Okay, so wild enough, it has been reported that 79% of marketers are increasing their spend on generative AI creator content. There has been so much discord around this technology. Generative AI creators, meaning the videos of avatars on screen talking about your product, the whole thing. So here's my take. I feel like so many people are on complete opposite sides of this argument. Some people are like, I hate these are never gonna work, they're trash. And some people are leaning very, very heavily into using this type of content. And I think my take, the best place to be is somewhere in the middle. So at the end of the day, marketing is all about getting in front of your customers, building trust with them, influencing sales, good retention, education, and then increasingly have follow-up customers. And generative AI creator content is getting really, really good. But at the end of the day, I think it really depends on what you're selling and who you're selling to, on how you actually utilize this type of content. For example, B2B, a lot of the marketing and the conversations around your product or your service or your company is happening on LinkedIn. And on LinkedIn, you have to have a real person to have actual pages on LinkedIn because company content doesn't really go super far, have really good reach. So obviously we're going to see a lot less generative AI creator content on LinkedIn and therefore in B2B. But in B2C, a lot of the content is living on Instagram, YouTube, X, TikTok. And in B2C, naturally you're selling a ton more units. And so therefore you need to reach a ton more people. Reaching a lot of people means creating a lot more content, a lot more versions of your content and variation of ads. Like, guess what generative AI creator content is really good at? It's perfect for the initial reach of the customers or the keeping the product on top of the customer's minds, education, and even more. I would advise, especially B2C marketers, to use it as one of your UGC streams of content. So you still partner with real creators that have this like essence about them that's still very authentic and builds that trust with your community. But the generative AI creators are, I think, a really important tool keeping your toolbox to test out and use, especially because this technology is getting better and better. And you know that your competitors are going to be testing it out and always trying to see what they can use within their stack as well. Other marketers are always getting pulled into trying new technology and new things to get in front of our audiences and build trust. And this is why I think you should definitely continue testing, using it out, putting it in your stack, because the stuff is getting harder and harder to even distinguish if it's real or not. And it could be a great way that you end up in front of the right eyeball with your audiences.